what we're looking
Yeah.
for in 2026. But let's just quickly talk about yesterday at Malone
Mm.
University, because that's something that keeps cropping up quite frequently in our area and across the country for that
Yeah.
matter.
It is, and here's the thing. The unfortunate thing is anybody can make call in and make threats, and we have to take every one of them seriously. So whether it's a bomb threat at a business or at a location, or such as this at Malone, where there was a threat of violence coming to Malone, we have to treat it, uh, you know. Very importantly, and we had our resources there. And I think that our response was good. I hope that the Malone community is able to kind of recover from that. It's traumatic to think of that. And people will be held accountable for these things, though, as well. We have very good systems in place to be able to find who makes these threats and who puts us on guard this way.
Do we have a suspect or know who the person responsible is for yesterday?
That's still under investigation, so I don't have information that I'm able to share yet. But I will say that we don't believe that there's an ongoing threat.
Okay, that's good to know. People
Yes,
be happy.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about 2025. I know there's good news, bad news kind of thing, because good news in 2025, crime statistics, crime has decreased in Canton, but the murder rate went up. Is that right?
It did. And murder and homicide is one of those categories. Unfortunately, it's, in any city, the homicide rate, that's going to be your smallest number of violent crime, comparatively speaking, of anything that you measure. But nothing has more of a negative effect for the reputation of a community. So yes, unfortunately, our homicides were increased last year, even though for the fourth straight year we saw decreases overall in violent crime.
And when we talked before, we've discussed downtown and how people feel comfortable there, and it seems like a lot of steps have been taken to really make things good to go in downtown Canton.
I really hope so. I have always had a heart for downtown, but where our work generally is in the neighborhoods and where people live, and I love that too. So, but we do want to focus and advertise our downtown, and I know that Mayor Scheer has really put a focus on building up events and showcasing our downtown area. So our downtown substation at 309 Court Avenue Northwest is now fully staffed. We have half of our community team is stationed in that substation, including some of our homeless outreach liaison, our walking beats, and our special population liaison, or somebody who spends time in multi-unit residential locations, and also our mental health liaison. So that team does a great job. But this year, what I'm really excited about is that we added 2 bike patrol officers. And it's been quite a while since we've had bike patrols. And those bike patrol officers, they're the perfect guys for the job. They're going to be working all the downtown events, and they spend time downtown working with the local businesses and visitors. And I think it's going to be a great addition to downtown.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of a welcoming sight for kids and families as well when they see an officer on a bicycle. Speaking of that, talk about We Believe in Canton. Those events have been successful.
Incredible. I always like to remember that the first major decision that I made as a chief back in 2022 was to develop this program where we are able to connect with the community, and it's just grown every year. Love it. It's my favorite event. And speaking of downtown, we are going to start our first 2026 We Believe in Canton is going to be June 3rd in Centennial Plaza. And it's a great venue for We Believe, because we set up our resources all the way around the circle and our officers and our resources are able to engage with the kids. We have our bouncy houses out there. The fire department has a presence down there with us, and it's just a great event.
We're looking forward to having the Canton Police Department in our Kid Fest as well.
Oh, yes.
Coming up in March. So that people always love seeing you guys there, along with the fire department as well. So talk about the new drone program. This one just interests me. I find it very, very interesting to hear how this is all going to work.
I think police departments across the nation are going to be leaning more and more on drones and technology. And, of course, we've really invested a lot in cameras and license plate readers, and it's been a game changer for us when it comes to investigations. Drones are going to help take us to the next level, and I think what this program especially, it's called Drone First Responder. What it means is that we would be able to put a drone in like a mini hangar on top of a building, maybe one of our fire stations, and when we get an emergency call from inside our real-time crime center, we could activate that drone and fly to that location in seconds and get an overview of what's happening to help the officers prepare and maybe give us a much better view of what's happening before we arrive. And then I also want to add a couple extra drones on the street in the cars of our guys so that we can do a better job of documenting crime scenes, of helping to do searches and rescues of missing people. When we are doing tracking and searching for individuals, whether it's for a crime or for a missing person, a drone would give us a whole new view into backyards and neighborhoods and so forth to help us with that.
And that would lend to safety of officers as well, right?
Absolutely. And some of those things that you can do, just having more information and more insight, I think it does two things. First of all, it absolutely assist the officers with having, better viewpoints and better understanding of the situation, but it also documents the actions of officers, suspects, citizens. And so, it's somewhat like body camera has been. People are able to use that body camera to get a better understanding of what's happening and also, hold officers accountable, hold suspects accountable. And I think that having drones and drone footage will give just a new perspective to some of those things and help show the whole picture. So I think it's an accountability issue as well.
And before I let you go, I do want you to explain the grant you just received regarding victims for this pilot program. Tell us about that.
Oh, so it's a program that works with our reporting and dispatch system. And we did try it a couple of years ago, but it was very expensive. But the way that we had implemented it was very helpful. So what it does is when you get a call in the system, it has the ability to reach out and text people about their call, about the response time of officers. It gives surveys about how the call went and things. But the second part of that is what we're going to work with. And the second part is once a report is made, you're able to connect with the victim regarding that report and every step that's being taken, arrest, court dates, other things that are required by law through Marcy's law to keep victims informed. And the state decided this program would work really well with sexual assault victims because it's less traumatic discussions with investigators or prosecutors, and it's more having the opportunity to be very informed about your case without having to go through some of those conversations again. And in doing so, they saw how Canton had implemented the program a couple of years ago, and they wanted to use us as a pilot project to focus very much on sexual assault victims with this software. So it will work for all types of crimes, but they're going to start tracking how Canton uses it to help assist with sharing information with victims.
Well, so much going on, and
yes.
So we have to talk to you more frequently than this.
Yeah, right. Well, I'd be happy to. I really enjoy talking to you, Van.
Oh, thank you, sir. You have a great day, and we'll chat again soon.
You too. Thank you.
WHBC AM Canton. Trusted, live, and local. Your community. Now, stick with us. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Serious injuries in a house fire and preventing them. Details are coming up.
This is Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook. Jim Michaels with news. Canton's weather station. This is Canton's Morning News.
This is WHBC News at 7:31.